Police say it was along this road that drunk driver struck the curb, hit Kayla Chapman, and threw her 30 feet into the air. If you look right here behind me, you'll see that the home was destroyed this morning. South Boston hasn't seen waters this high in almost 22 years. If you take a look down here on the ground, you'll see glass that remains from the accident. But thanks to the Salvation Army, hydration is only a drink and a snack away. Cohen Nolte made over $2,000 in his Facebook campaign to come to restaurants like this one to pay it forward with quarters in hand. It was here on 4th Avenue where Kayla Chapman was hit by a drunk driver. She left a party at this house, walked through the grass, and was thrown into the street.
My first memory is when I'm being airlifted to UVA.
Kayla Chapman has been on a 2-year road to recovery after being hit by a drunk driver.
I'll feel better. I still have a really hard time accepting it, even in court. It was just like, I can't believe this is my life.
Chapman and a group of friends were on their way home from a house party on 4th Avenue when driver Landon Parks bumped the curb, throwing them into the street.
My head went through his windshield.
Though she has little memory of that night, painful reminders remain.
I have a nice road rash scar on my right arm and a whole bunch more scarring.
While the trial may be over for Parks, Chapman still has to see a physical therapist twice a week.
I'm not sure if I'll ever be 100%. I'll settle for probably a 90 and I'll be very happy.
As Chapman pushes forward, she has a message for those who would consider getting behind the wheel under the influence.
What might seem like a small, decision for someone just after a night of having fun, it just seems really like a minute detail can really affect someone else's life.
In Lynchburg, Taylor Johnson, ABC 13 News. A Bedford County neighborhood is devastated tonight after learning that one of their neighbors was killed in a house fire. If you look behind me, you can see that the home is destroyed after flames erupted this morning.
I heard explosions.
The shock in this Bedford County neighborhood lingers hours after neighbors learned they lost one of their own.
I got out and walked out on the porch and looked and seen the flames coming up, and I thought, oh no.
Fire crews tried to reach the one person still trapped in the home, but they say clutter inside made it difficult to reach Bonnie Robertson.
I graduated from high school with her. I went to school with her, and like I said, I've been knowing her all my life.
Vincent Zimmerman went to school with Robertson. Sarah Hodges and Robertson were neighbors since 1995.
She'd cook and send me meals over here.
Neighbors say their community has seen several fires recently, and it's been rough.
It's sad. This is the third fire within a year in this quarter-mile stretch here, though. This is scary.
Taking us out one by one.
Investigators will work to determine what happened while the shaken neighborhood works to comfort each other.
I'm just going to miss her.
In Bedford County,
And anything I can do to help them, I'm right here for them.
Taylor Johnson, ABC 13 News. The year was 1930 when New London United Methodist Church opened its doors.
I joined the church on a Wednesday night, October 1957.
Dolores Nash Hicks says around every corner, there's a memory.
Choir festivals, homecomings, selling of ice cream.
When the church closed in 1990, Dolores was one of the last members.
There is only one other original member that lives about 5 minutes from here.
In 2007, the church was set to be torn down until neighbors pointed out its rich history.
And this lot was purchased in the 1830s by Andrew Holt, who was a free man of color,
making New London United Methodist unlike any other.
This is just a really rare piece of history. There's not a lot like this left.
In just a couple of weeks, the Friends of New London will start the process of restoring the church.
A lot of the siding is in disrepair and it needs painting really badly. So we need to raise $15,000 for the first phase of restoration.
And it's still sturdy.
Dolores says her family would be proud to see the church still here for future generations.
I think it's a great tribute to my forefathers.
In Campbell County, Taylor Johnson, ABC 13 News.